So today we have no concept of personal space because we're the king and we're gonna look at everybody. But first we need to get some things in place to make sure our kingdom is running properly, like wells. They'll just produce a whole lot of water. And then when there's enough water, we can place down some wheat fields so we can start to get some wheat because people gotta eat, I guess. Also, there's just a little goblin down at the bottom doing some fishing. What are you doing there? But we also have some enemy goblins coming in that we're gonna need to take care of. So in order to do that, we need some peasant huts, which requires a little more wood as well. So thankfully, we quickly get enough to place down 2 peasant huts as soon as we get more water. And then we can hopefully recruit enough before this first wave gets here, which is also gonna give us a prophecy. Right now it is a 2v1 scenario, so we should be fine. So now that was a very easy fight. We get some denarii, some barracks, a black sheep barn. That takes crystals that we don't have yet. We can recruit the hunters because we have access to all these resources. Basic production. Oh, and now we can get a crystal mine. But we need iron for that, and we don't have that. But we can take some grape bushes for now, I guess. And now we have to set up a prophecy, which do give us rewards based on what we pick. We can take this one to get a spell. I like that idea. We have some things that we're obligated with, and the wall busters have a lot of HP, so let's just take some bandits, and I guess we do need wall busters to come through here, but we can save that for the end. And then we can also take some optional ones that'll give us things like building upgrades. I do like that, and an artifact. I really like this. We can stack them here, I think. That's gonna be a lot of enemies. Let's put them here. And then a goblin swordsman does a lot of damage. But then there's also a shaman, which look like they heal. We'll put them at the end because I want to be more prepared for that. And then I guess just wall busters here for more barracks, but the building upgrade. Let's get the building upgrade. Hopefully we can arm ourselves before then, but now we have a forest king event. A messenger bursts into your palace. The forest has spoken and it's angry. Emerging from the shadows comes a self-proclaimed king of the forest, towering boar, leading an army of sentient mushrooms. It's like Ganon meets Toad. Save the trees or face the spores. Your advisors are torn between protecting resources or negotiating to avoid a fungal rebellion. So we can issue a green renewable forestry decree, earn 100 wood there, 100 wheat by saying kill the boar, or we get some troops. Honestly, I like this idea. Suspicious that the messenger's tale is sheer insanity, you demand proof. Determined volunteers soon present you with a captured mushroom warrior, which confirms the story and friends away the forest king and his fungal army in the process. Crisis neatly averted. And then the mushroom soldier reluctantly joins your retinue. Sweet, free units, and they are tanky, wow. We should be good for a while, but our army is also oversized. We can send some to the barracks, so let's send one of the peasants to the barracks. Now we are at limit, which means we can't recruit anymore. We should probably get some wood going so we can open up more space. And I do want to avoid this tile because it does suffer a debuff on production. But at least now we can get a market for some gold income, even if the only thing we have to trade is wheat. So good thing we have 2 fields right next to it. And then there's a research table, so we can research more blueprints for buildings. I think this is a good idea. Let's put that here, I think. And here come more soldiers, and a lot of them. But thankfully we have the mushroom warriors on our side. So hopefully they actually stack up. We are losing peasants currently, but thankfully it was just one of them. And then we'll put some basic production in the research queue, and that was it. So we get a spell, oh, meteorite, and ground fire. Damage per second is 30, and then it burns for 6 seconds, so that's 360 damage. I feel like this is gonna be better than this one, because this also only does 110 damage, even if it is instant. So we'll go with the ground fire. And then we get an artifact. Receive 1 wine for each well or big well in your castle every 10 seconds. Or healer mages join you each time you upgrade your gaze. Oh, that sounds good too. But the wine is also good for morale. Let's go with the healer mages. I want to keep these mushroom soldiers as long as possible, and this one's already looking pretty damaged. And to upgrade our gaze, we do need more gold, so let's keep that going. And doubling up the wheat so we can make more than we're selling. Just need a little more gold before the next wave gets here. And I'm not sure where to put the grape bushes right now, but we can upgrade the gaze, so let's do that. And now we have some healers, which is also severely oversizing our army. And we can't pull them away just yet. We'll have to get through this wave of combat first, but our mushroom soldiers are all the way healed. But also, we're losing some peasants quicker than the mages can heal them, so that's a problem. But now our gaze can do 4 slots at once instead of just 3. So at least the mushroom soldiers are okay. Building upgrade. Each active market provides 5 morale. That sounds good, but also boosting production in the market is also nice. But morale affects the overall unit, so let's get this. And the morale boosts damage dealt by 1% per morale. So we need an active market to boost it, which is doable. Now to upgrade the gaze again, we need whatever that is, and more gold. And it looks like that wheat field just ran out, so we do need more water to get it active again. Thankfully, we can do that pretty easily, because we also need the wheat for peasants, but I also forgot about this hunter's hut. We can get that going here. Those need wheat and wood to produce, so that might have been better over here, actually, or somewhere. Either way, we have a surplus of units as is, so if another peasant dies, then is it really that big of a loss? But there's the big boys, so let's get the ground fire going, so they're set on fire. That should work pretty well. They're still burning. And one looks like he's about to go down, but why are these guys still fighting over here? These guys are making it through. We need the peasants again. We need the hunters again. But we also didn't have room to recruit them. Okay, at least we're fine, but our castle took a lot of damage. Let's get gold, and then another artifact, porcelain chip. Receive that at the start of the wave, which we need for the gaze, or warrior troops receive a 10% boost to damage HP and attack speed. I like this. But let's dismiss some more peasants, which I would certainly like to. But also, our units are entirely composed of the mushroom warriors and the healers. So we need to upgrade this, and now we can recruit some hunters, and we'll keep production going, I guess, as long as possible, until the next wave shows up, which it also has a wandering trader. And also, these buildings need unlocks to get rid of them, so we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot with these spaces, but at least the hunters are doing some good against the units. And it looks like the mushroom warriors are actually getting a little bit of shielding. Sweet. Now it's time for the trader on his giant toad. I love it. So we have 80 of these denarii to work with. A clay sawmill. Interesting. More resources, but it's slower. We can get some more barracks types, including a madhouse. Who is the warriors? You're a warrior. I'm guessing the mushroom warriors also count as warriors, or at least I hope they do. Oh, the bumblebee also counts as a warrior. It's also got flying. What does that do? Can they not be hit by ground units? But it also takes grapes. We do have that vineyard, but it does take a lot of those, although I do like the promise of these. We can pick up this one, and then we still can't actually make the swordsman because we don't have that. I'm guessing that's iron. A gold iron mine, though, would be good. And same with a mill. Well, let's take the gold iron mine right now. And we do have room for one more, so let's just fill it with a peasant. And get the vineyard in here somewhere. I'm thinking up here. But I would also like to upgrade the gaze as soon as possible, so we can put that there. We should be good on gold and whatnot for a while. And we do have a pending reward here, I guess. And let's take a gold mine. So that way we don't need to sell wheat to make gold. Although if we made flour, that would be worth more gold. Probably should have considered that before setting this up, but now we can make a gold iron mine somewhere. But let's also just focus on producing bees as much as possible before we have to set another prophecy. And these forests are about to run out of resources, so it's a good thing we have more that we can put in. And we should be ready to lose troops here, so probably the peasant's gonna go down. But actually, these are just normal goblins. So he's actually okay, and he's getting healed by the wizards. And the big guy is going down incredibly quick from the mushroom warriors. Wow. I'm really surprised at how well those guys are doing. I kind of thought they would just be cannon fodder. But now we can get more barracks. If we set another hunter's hut down, we could get more of those. Or a whipman's house. Use their whips to buff the attack and move speed of their allies. Oh, that could be good. Consumes gold. You know what? I have a plan for that. And we get some production in here. A clay mine, that's what we need. And there's 2 of these actually. We definitely need more grape bushes to hire the bees. Time for an artifact. Receive 25 iron at the start of the wave. Or receive 4 random spells upon picking up this artifact. I like the idea of the iron production, but we've kind of been avoiding buildings that rely on them too. Our gaze might need iron on the next level up though, but we still have that mine. I feel like we're gonna need the spells going forward, so let's take the random ones. And then we get some more basic construction, which I guess is its own building. New prophecy time. Including some harder enemies, like this goblin pig with 2 of them actually, but advanced production. This one does the same thing, but it also just has 1 pig and a goblin bandit. That's not so bad. Okay, these wall busters though are kind of annoying. Was that the big guy at the end? I thought these were the guys carrying the explosive barrels. Oh wait, goblin giant, that was the guy at the end. So one of them can make a spell. We can get some more denaries and then maybe another spell. We're getting good at breaking the wall busters. Well, not really. We can get spells down here. I'm okay with this. And let's put you over here just for safety. Kingdom infrastructure reward. But there's a fire mage? Maybe he's not that bad. But interestingly, this is not as difficult as this. So maybe we should do this. And here we have a Necronomicon, or the Monster Book of Monsters. Take your pick. Group of core mage assistants went missing in the woods. Search party found only bloodstains, tattered robes, and a sinister book titled 100 Otherworldly Wisdoms from Friendly Eldritch Spirits. Great! Royal Mage thrilled, calls it a boon. This tome shaped empires. You must read it, your majesty, but a nervous counselor warns the last ruler to read it came to believe his own throne was plotting against him. Oh, wow. We can trade 50 grapes to upgrade the gaze. Do we have 50 grapes? We do. That's a free upgrade, basically. Since we don't have troop capacity for the bees anyway, this is worth it. Initially, the tome demands blood, but after accidentally spilling your finest wine upon its pages, it discovers a preference for vintage reds over crimson bodily fluids. Oh, that's great. Several bottles later, the thoroughly intoxicated tome cheerfully reveals arcane secrets that can enhance the range of your royal gaze. Your expanded oversight astonishes your workers, who now have fewer places to hide from your vigilant eyes. Sweet, we made a book alcoholic. How many people can brag about that? But hey, maximum troop limit. Now we're kind of not doing things as well anymore. Oh wait, trees went away. So we can put those back, and we can get, what does this one do? It can be upgraded into a resource building of your choice. Oh, I like this. Now, are we short on anything right now? We're short on water. Thankfully, 3 wells can cover this. A Whitman's house, let's put that down there. We do have room for 1 more. Okay, so that completely skipped the clay requirement, which is awesome. So now we just need a whole bunch of gold. We can do that, which probably should have put in a gold mine instead of a wheat thing. We can trade out one of these buildings. We just don't get the resources for it anymore. But gold mine can go right here. So now we can keep collecting grapes, wood, gold, and then selling more wheat to make more gold. And our mushroom troops are still doing amazingly. And we get a spell. We haven't used any spells yet either. More ground fire. What spells do we have? A legendary fireworks. Wow. Make your people work 100% more productively. Okay. Poison puddle, blade fall, and weakness. So we could get ground fire again. So we can take that over the healing pool. Oh, I forgot that we get more mages for upgrading the gaze. So that's where all the troop capacity went. We need more wood to upgrade it further. Oh, but now we can set up one of these buildings. A clay mine, iron mine, more wood, a wheat field. We could get a free clay mine or an iron mine. We can sell iron, so that would be good. And it's got 1,000 of those. Wow. Now, are there any troops that we're not really using? There's peasants that are in the barracks. And the next wave is also already here, including the boar rider who is challenging. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought those were enemies. Those are just flamingos flying. Where are flamingos coming from? Are those even flamingos? I don't know, but our mushroom warriors are taking quite a bit of damage, but the healers are keeping up, so that's good news. And the boar rider's down. Or is he a hog rider? I don't know, more Denari, another spell, which is also our last slot, so let's take the ground fire. And an advanced production, a carpentry. We can sell this furniture, but also a furniture store sells furniture for town Denari? This is the meta resource. Interesting, but why do they have to show up on the same page? But we also need iron bars to make the furniture, so I don't think we can get that yet. We can make the winery, and it looks like that field also just went away. So here, let's just place down a bunch of wood because we are very close to upgrading our maximum troop limit. We've also been at this for 96 weeks, which is kind of crazy. That's like, what, 2 years? Anyway, more troops. And we can upgrade it further with more wood, which is crazy. But now we should be able to pull some more troops out to the field, but maybe not peasants. We need wheat to upgrade the hive. Let's start selling iron. I guess it's worth just as much, but at least it's not wheat. And we are also out of that forest there, and this one's about to go away too, which is kind of concerning, but we have another wheat field that we can put in. So now all of that can be running at once. And have we lost any troops? I don't think we have. Oh, but that's the fire wizard. Well, good to know he wasn't really a threat. Time for some infrastructure. There's metal there already. Let's get some ore. So these are the infrastructure things. Sacrificial stone, but we don't have any black sheep. The arena provides a lot of morale, which is gonna be good. And then crystal consuming statue. Speeds up the king's ability cooldown recovery while active. Well, we don't have any of this guy's abilities because first playthroughs and all that, but we can take the arena. That should be easy enough. And since we have a surplus of iron for a while to sell, we're gonna go back to gold because I do want this last gaze upgrade. And we can use the fireworks whenever too. The trader is coming in, so maybe we wait until after that. But now we can recruit some bees. So let's get that going. We need more grapes. Well, let's trade out one of these wells, I think, to put the grape bushes in there. And goblin lizards are what's coming in. Oh, these lizards I don't think are gonna be too much of an issue, but also these trips are getting boosted for whatever reason. Whoa! Okay, so they run like crazy, and I think okay, it's not our mushroom wizard taking damage, it's our hunter. Oh, there's the bee! It's huge! Oh, that's amazing, I love that. Are we gonna have more of those? Do we get more hunters? More attack speed of flying troops for each hunter on the battlefield? Oh, that would be huge for our bees. We're doing this. We're kind of low on wheat. Let's get the wheat. Now, I'm not sure what's coming up next besides another prophecy, but I do like how many troops we have. We got 2 bees now. And these are all just basic grunt units, so our bees and everything should have a really good time here. We can also get another whip soldier. Maybe we should do that. Okay, lots of rewards here. Denarii, barracks. Let's take hunters because they boost the bees. We need more grape bushes for sure. And oh, a better grape production. And we can build that right now. Hold on, what do we have and what's about to go away? We're about to lose a wheat field, but there's that one, which doesn't have a lot left. And we do have another vineyard here. I think we're gonna need the wheat field. And then a new spell, summon infernals. Oh yes, give me more summons. Artifact time. Receive a firework spell every 3 waves. I think I like the wine every 10 seconds though. And then prophecy time. What is this? Sun-faced? That looks like a very dangerous boss. Let's have you at the end here. And then let's just take the resource ones, honestly. But this is a big ol' thing of resources with just bandits. I think this is gonna be best done at the end here with Sun-faced, who is looking like a boss. And then I don't even know what I want anymore. We can do this one here, I guess, for building upgrades. And then sure, more bandits for building productions. Now we have a cursed crown here. Your attendants stumble upon a dramatic crown that looks like it was designed by an edgy jeweler going through a rebellious phase. Your Majesty, the crown of Veldrath grants unmatched power and a mild insanity, but think of the possibilities. So if we destroy it, then we get 50-50 for 2 building upgrades or nothing. We can get Madhouse troops, or just wear it and then screw your superstitions. Permanent morale boost. Let's go with the morale boost. We'll just wear it. Immediately you feel invigorated with incredible power and perhaps a mild, delightful lunacy. You now laugh at slightly inappropriate times, but no one dares question your brilliant and erratic leadership. All right. Permanent morale boost. We are looking very good right now. And we get such a big morale boost from the wine stock. So it's really good that we're getting more. That's a 47% damage increase. That is awesome. But we definitely need more trees to get more troop capacity. Well, you know what? Let's just put down the burn thing here. So I guess the lizards can run through that and start torching themselves just to use some of the things we have. And we have 3 empty spots here now. So you can definitely go there. We pick up this stuff. And then clay, sure, for the first time. We can boost production of the markets. We get gold faster from there. And then switch this back over to wheat so we can put the field in here. And that works pretty good. And then we'll put the arena in so our morale just goes even higher. Up to 72. It's really too bad that this spot here, though, reduces production, but maybe we can put something there that isn't necessary right now. But since we're also not using peasants, we could trash these and put in something else. But the gold mine is also about to run out of stuff, so why don't we exhaust that and open up that slot? So that'd be a good spot to put in the winery. In general, though, we need more wood, because I forgot that we ran out of trees. Everybody's happy. And we get some wood there, basic production. There's a tree. Sadly, it's only a basic tree, but is there anything that isn't being utilized right now? Or that's about to exhaust? Maybe not, but now's the time to destroy one of the peasant buildings. So now we can put in this tree, and we'll keep the arena active as much as possible, just so that that can be constantly improving, and we can actually upgrade the gaze right now. Good. More wizards that we don't have capacity for. We can't even send them to barracks because they're not our normal units. Well, in any case, we can activate 6 buildings at once, which is also as high as our gaze goes. Oh, there's Sun-faced. Okay, ground fire to you. I don't care if you're made out of the sun or whatever you are. And we can poison puddle multiple enemies, so that should help whittle them down. I just don't want to lose any of the special units. But Sunface is also having a really bad time here. There goes his health. Wow. Archery, Black Sheep Farm, Hunters. I'm not really sure I need any more units. We can re-roll these, which doesn't help me either way. Okay, there's the Madman again. What do those even do? Use hit and run tactics and poison enemies. Neat. You know what? Sure, we'll hold on to one of those. And then 90 of a resource. Oh, not wood. We can re-roll still. A lot of gold. We did just spend a lot of it. But also, flour can be sold in the market. Let's do that. We're not using the flour for anything. So we sell that, which gives us 3 gold every time. And realistically, we don't need the morale until we're in combat, so we can keep the wood production going. And plus, there's this building here. And we have a lot of wine right now. Goodness. All right, combat again, so we activate the arena again. We're about to run out of this for... Oh, what are those? Are those golems? Where were those coming in here? But there's a boss incoming. Warlord Gorzog. Oh, great. We survived a nice amount of weeks, though. How many years is that? Hopefully... Okay, one of them is down. I think our troops are staying really healthy thanks to all the healers we have. Wow, this is broken. Trader again. Too bad he doesn't have wood resources, but does he have... Okay, Crystal Castle, which gives a champion. Patricius? Consumes crystals, but we don't have crystals. Troops HP increased by 20%, let's do that. Okay, so we're still getting plenty of wood, but we're not gonna get enough to upgrade the troop capacity anytime soon. We're gonna get rid of this peasant building too. And then let's put in the gold iron mine, I think. Okay, we're out of flowers, so let's switch back to iron. And there's the boss. Goblin Warlord Gorzog. We should be fine, I think. But let's also just Blade Fall. So it took out one of the whatever you are. Now, hopefully our healers can keep up with the damage that he does, which it kind of looks like they are. So that's good news. I don't even know what that guy's doing. He's dead now. And he's distracted by the tanky units. This is so good. He literally can't damage them fast enough. This is amazing. And there he's down. Wow, I remember him being such a threat before. So for that, we get Denari, a legendary artifact. Increase unit limit by 6. Oh, that's perfect timing for that. I think we need it. And then legendary spell. Thankfully, we have a free slot available. Permanently increase units HP. Oh, we're taking the permanent one. And then veteran barracks, troop training. We don't have any riders, but this affects the most units because it's all grunts. Extra HP, hunter extra HP, and they add morale for madmen on the battlefield? Sure, we'll take this one. Okay, established production, big old crystal mine. Maybe it's about time we took this. Veteran barracks, and I'm not sure how we feel about the firing range relying on wine to make, but that's another option is the musketeers. We'll take the musketeer. I kind of want more range. And now new prophecy, some more Sunface. He's not actually that bad of a threat. A goblin bat rider. Okay, now we're starting to see some flying units. Healer mage and lightning mage, 2 spells. I guess we can take this for the infrastructure, this for the building upgrades. I don't know, Denari, and then spells. Let's reverse this. We have bees that fly, but I want a little more time to get more range units that should also hit flying units, I hope. So that's 3 bat riders. This might be a problem. We're gonna be okay. Oh, it's the meme. Merchants from the west have returned to our kingdom, wagons brimming with rare and precious goods. An eager soldier sneezed on their spices, and the chief merchant. He demands swift justice, specifically the head of the offending soldier, or at least his nose. If we refuse, they've threatened to leave, then we lose access to their artifacts and rare materials. We can get an artifact by offering favorable trade. These cabinets, I think, are worth a lot in the market, but these also sell for the city denarii, which are meta upgrades. I think we can hold on to these just to see if we can get that meta upgrade building later. Deciding that a nose is a small price to pay, especially since it's not my own. Throne room has never looked so splendid, though one of your guards now sports a remarkably intimidating mask and avoids spicy food at all costs. Sweet. Boss defeated, all production increased by 15%. Enemies are gathering in stronger forces. Okay, what do we got now? Volkar the Gold Hoarder. Oh, it's a dragon. Okay then, this ought to be exciting. But now let's try to get like a big number of troops. I would like more bees, and then we can drop this spell on them to permanently increase their HP. Now we just need to quickly get enough supply going to get 1 more bee, or I guess there's a madman too. But we're kind of late on that. Can we muster everybody together in one spot. Need to get as many as we can in this little circle. That looks good. Boom. Permanent health to all of you. And it's a good thing the king didn't give his nose there. That's a huge schnauzer. Let's get some range units in place. And the musketeers actually train incredibly quickly. And then this should give us a new building, but I'm kind of hoping we can research better things pretty soon. And there's Sunface again. I feel like our troops are going to be good enough without us doing anything, because they did just take out that hog rider all by themselves. We need more trees though. And the musketeer actually has incredible range, and they just took out Sunface all on their own. Wow, our troops are awesome. Okay, 2 wheat field upgrades. More production. And I guess we can put in a crystal mine right now, but we also need the trees. Absolutely need the trees. Aside from that initial explosion, we have not taken any damage to our castle. That is so good. But also we should definitely keep the research going, because that's what is giving us more trees. And there's a big number of units, including some wall bursters. But the musketeer is already shooting? That is crazy. He could take out one of those wall bursters all by himself if he wanted to. I'm starting to feel bad for these goblins. Is this bullying? It kind of feels like bullying, but more spells. Create a fissure, healing pool. We don't need healing. Fissure. And then another spell, weakness and roots. Sure, we'll take roots. And then building upgrade. So I guess only some buildings are good for upgrades. Passively increases damage dealt by an HP of warriors? Say less. You know, if nothing else, we can put in more crystal mines. Or at least just the one we have, so we have one. More buildings. Yes, more trees. We are halfway to the wood we need. Okay, there's the flying units. So the bees are moving into position, the hunters are doing the ranged goods, and it actually looks like they just get attacked regardless. All right, I don't know what I was worried about. This is starting to feel like an idle game. Fairy fountain can produce any resource at random. That's absolutely something we need. And you know what? We can demolish this one to put the fairy fountain in. So we find out at the end of the cycle what resource they're making, which that time it was gold, but 2 gold at that, which is pretty good. Too bad we can't upgrade the gaze any further. And the wheat field there is about to run out. We can get a small wheat field in the meantime. We'll just hold on to it. I don't think we really need any wheat currently. I guess for some things like recruiting troops, but if we have so much stockpile then we don't sell it, then we should be fine. So now we just got 4 stone goblins, and the musketeers shooting from so far away is insane. Hopefully they're not all stacking damage on one troop, because that would be how we lose them. But thankfully we quickly whittle them down, and it's time for the trader again. Oh yes, lots of wood. Oh, so this is where you normally get healer mages. Don't really need it though. Explosive cart sounds amazing. Let's take the iron sawmill, because at least it's another wood source, and then we can get 90 resources of your choice 3 times. You know what? Sure. We don't have any denarii, so we can't re-roll, but we can buy some more flour to sell, or more grapes. And then there's the wood, at least once, but now we can upgrade the units. So do we bring in more madmen now? I kinda want to. And it takes clay to make them, which is interesting. So more clay mines, but we need a spot to put these down. Let's deplete the tree and then we will be able to do that. And it's a good thing we have so much wine stockpiled, because we don't have any more ways of making grapes. But also that one's kind of close to exhausting as well. I guess for now, put in the iron sawmill. Oh, but Sunface is here, ×2. Definitely need that going. At least that's one down, and the healers are looking good. There goes the madmen running in and out of combat. I love it. I love it so much. Hey, more wine and new prophecy. Okay, what do we have here? Crab Rider. More resources, 4 stone golems. We can handle this. Crab Rider, I think we can. They're a little more dangerous than the stone golems, and there's 2 of them. Okay, advanced production. I think we need this for one of those endgame buildings like the furniture store. But let's also try to just keep advancing ourselves as much as possible. I think this is okay. And now what? Chief Alchemist has unveiled Potion of Bull's Energy. Oh great. Peasant works tirelessly after drinking it, and then in the morning he's like, the walls are melting. Meanwhile, rumors spread of peasants sneaking bottles for personal use. Look for a military application. Sure, free troops. So those are the swordsmen? The potion's intensity soon leads to the chief trainer experiencing a heart attack, and another, and another. Just give him another one, it'll wake him back up. Okay, but now we have more troops, and we are above capacity again, and we need 1,280 wood. This is some HD wood here. At least the iron forest is kinda quick, but we can pull back the madmen for now, just to ease up on that a little bit. Is it bad that I'm not even worried about how the fights go anymore? I just hope that we get a furniture store, more wine, and then more wood for sure. Advanced production? Yes, the furniture store! Which, of course, we need clay to make. So 7 furniture, create 1 town denarii, and we have 103, so that would be at least like 12. We just need somewhere to put that in now. So I might remove this thing as soon as we can. Actually, let's just do it now. So we can put in clay, harvest that up, which we need 42 of to make this, but then we can do that as soon as there's somewhere else to put it in. Should we just trash the gold iron mine right now? It would still keep its resource status. Let's just do it. Furniture store right there. And now we're selling furniture for town denarii. And we also got more somewhere. But there's the crab riders. There was the crab riders. Wow, they're getting melted. Ooh, but is that the boss right there? Artifact. Every 1 second, a random enemy is dealt 12 damage. Sure. Infrastructure. Repairs the castle walls. Perfect. We are at our unit limit now. We had 25 before. Who did we lose? 2 of the swordsmen, or a couple of the swordsmen, it seems like. That's my guess. So it does take a while to generate the denarii, but at least we're getting them. And you know what? I think now's a good time to use the legendary fireworks. So we can quickly get through the clay and then everything else. Plus it helps sell the denarii faster. Another clay mine, and then once that's done, we can put in the brick factory. Or when we sell enough of the furniture, whatever comes first. We have 9 cells left. I'm honestly surprised at how well this is going. There's more of those, so, oh wow, okay, we just lost a unit. We just lost a unit. Who was that? Oh, it was one of the bees. That's tragic, and now we don't have grapes. But we do have plenty of water, so why don't we discard the well for now, so we can put in the brick factory now and start to repair the wall. Very good. Just in time before the boss shows up too. And we're also about to get one last visit from the trader before that happens, but there's also enemies beyond that. I am genuinely amazed at how good our kingdom is doing. But the lightning casters do seem to be a sizable threat, surprisingly. At least they were initially. I don't know how that bee dies so fast. Oh, central cell in the castle now works even when you're not watching. Absolutely. And then more resources, the clay. So what cell counts as the center cell is what I want to know. It's technically not center because of the noble houses, but if we account for them, then I think it is the madhouse. So let's see, let's demolish that and then just put it down here. And then we can put something like, let's just try it with a well for now because it's free. And sure enough, that's the center cell, so it can work even when we're not watching. It's kind of in an awkward spot for that because we don't have any more spaces, but at least it's something good to have, even if I don't know really what to put there. Gold mine? Gold mine. Even though we're kind of doomed to watch it regardless. Oh, there he is! Volcor! He is large! Okay, you know what? Have a fissure. Bam! Damage you a little bit and damage the shaman in the back, or whoever that was. Okay, we're also losing a lot of troops all of a sudden. Need more damaging spells weakness? Sure. And then roots? Sure. And then more infernals. I don't care. I'm losing troops for the first time in a while. I don't like this. At least he's taking pretty steady damage. We definitely need the more damage from this. I forgot about the morale boost. But that's all of our special troops? Oh no. Oh no. We need more crazies. We're losing all of our healing mages. Oh boy. But he's so weak. Or not weak, he's getting weaker. How much damage is he gonna do? This guy's huge. He's just one-shotting the musketeers. And he does 7 damage to the castle. Well, all of our troops just got steamrolled. We got him down to his last threshold of health, but wow, that turned quickly. Goodness. At least we got 30 town denarii out of it and lasted 315 weeks. Calculator tells me that's almost 8 years, which is quite a feat, I would say. And now we can use those to build some more buildings like a council, a gallery, encyclopedia, challenges. But there's also the upgrades, such as banishing the nobles so we can remove 3 of them to use for building. Ooh, get some new buildings. I like this. And then there's other trees too, like different kings. Unlocks the first royal quest. And then also some advisors, which require the council building, which only costs 10, so we could get one. But I think we definitely need a royal quest. And you know what? Sure, we'll get the gallery or challenges. So we can claim this, which summons 3 peasants, and all the other kings have their own challenges. Well, I'd say that was a pretty good run, all things considered, up until the dragon. And there's plenty of more goodies waiting in the full release of The King is Watching. So I do hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do want to see more, be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching, and sub to Intern.